Now another feature that we need on this is going to be the tubes that run through the firebox. So inside where the fire is at, they go all the way from the back and they extend out through the front face of this whole box. Okay, so again, we're going to make a new part, and I'm just going to call it tube. And it's going into our firebox folder, so that's good. I have to pick out a reference. So I'm going to pick the firebox as our reference. I'm going to look at the front view and make a 2D sketch. Let's try this again. 2D sketch on the inside back of that. Let's just go to our home view and make sure we're looking at the right thing. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. So these tubes are going to be somewhere in here. And let's see if I can find my drawing of it. It's a little bit confusing. They're going to be 2 inches by 2 inches, so they're square. They are spaced out 2 1/4 from the edge, so we have to project the geometry here. Actually, it's not even going to be with that edge, it's going to be with this one. Let's make a vertical constraint with this corner and this line. Okay, they are an 1/8 inch thick, so let's offset this. This is square tubing, 0.125. Alright, and then I want to kind of split the difference between here. So let's kind of cheat to do that. I'll draw a line, use that as an endpoint, go straight up, and then I'll use a horizontal constraint to find the midpoint of this new line and the midpoint of this square. And I'll turn that into a construction line so the computer doesn't get confused. Alright, now I should be able to extrude this. And the distance to extrude is a little tricky too, because I want to go through the firebox and through the envelope and through the front face. So let's say distance is going to be to the front face of this. When you click 2, you can click a surface and it will go up to that point. Alright, so it's not actually going through this yet. It's going all the way up to this. That's pretty good too. Click OK. We are going to make another one of these, but we don't have to create the file for it to make a second one. So instead we're just going to click return, and we do have to modify a few things. Let's go and do it now. So double click on your front face, right click, make a new sketch. I saw it snuck over here somewhere. Alright, let's finish our sketch and extrude, and we'll make a 1/4 inch cutout so that that tube has somewhere to go. Select return, and you'll see it's lined up perfectly with what we just cut out. Excellent. Now we can place, and you would think it'd be in here, but sometimes you have to open the tube back up again. So let's double click on this. We'll say save one more time, and then we go back to return and place. Now it should be in here. Don't know why it does that. I think it's a bug in the system, but that's okay. Alright, so we'll place another tube in. So I don't want to make the 2 tubes as the same part file. That wouldn't work as well. And turn the visibility off of the plane. Maybe not. Work plane, right click, uncheck visibility. And now we can start to constrain things. I want this be stuck against the back of that. Apply. If I look under a little bit, I can say that the bottoms of these should be flush. And if I switch to a mate constraint, this is going to be mated to... Actually, it should be flush, I think. It's going to be flush with this plane. Alright, so that should be in the exact same place as this. Double click on this front face again, and let's right click, make a new sketch, and project the geometry one more time. Make sure you get the outside of the tube and not the inside. Finish your sketch and extrude. We are removing material. Alright, and that should be perfectly lined up with the edges of these and with the tube on the inside. If we choose to modify the tube to have it stick out a little bit, we can do that, and because we put the mate constraint at the back of this box, this is going to force it to be longer this way, which is what we want. Okay, so now we have the tubes are in place. Really have everything but the legs. So I'm going to call this a video. It'd be a good stopping point for a lot of you, and we'll make the legs in the next one.